Hello, everybody. This is Fernando for the latest Godzilla podcast. There's a great article out there, and I've included the direct link for it below from the Hollywood Reporter. It looks like they have an annual conference or an annual event called the Power Lawyer Breakfast, and this is where they talk to high executives within Hollywood. And in this particular event, they talked to Legendary CEO Thomas Tull, and he gave a good, lengthy discussion on some of the things regarding the upcoming Godzilla film and then the move that they have now with regards to splitting with Warner Brothers and going to Universal on there. It's important to talk about this because he essentially was the driving force for us getting a new Godzilla film. And the main reason for it, as he discusses in the event and in the article, is he's always been a Godzilla fan since he was a little kid. And his model now is that he makes movies that he wants to see. So all those films related to the Batman films, the Watchmen films, the Superman films, and all the ones coming in the future, those all happen because he is interested in them, and so his interest in Godzilla led to the 1998 film not wiping everything out and instead rebooting everything on there. But here's some interesting stuff that he said during the discussion with regards to Godzilla. He said that, of course, they're starting a new franchise, and their goal is for this film to do about $450 million worldwide. He said anything above that would be pretty good. It's still expensive, but it's not a $200 million movie. This is, of course, referring to the budget of the film being below average. This film, as I had first reported months back, I found that little blurb on, I believe it was a Variety article. This film was budgeted at $160 million, which is pretty lean compared to the other films. To give you an example, Captain America is above $200 million. The Amazing Spider-Man is probably above that, probably about $250 million. I don't even want to think about what the X-Men film is going to cost because that director, Singer, he's well known for having huge budgets in his films. And compared to all that, here we have the Godzilla film with $160 million. So he's targeting, again, $450 million at the worldwide box office, which should get done. And he said when they have that, then they'll know they have a franchise to work with on there. He also mentioned that they spearheaded the reboot, putting up 75% of the budget, with Warner Brothers doing the same, which we've reported on here. And he also mentioned that the reimagining of Godzilla is much like what happened with the Batman film, Batman Begins, how it respects the past while essentially restarting things over to ensure that whatever was before it that might have tainted it, i.e. the 1998 Godzilla film, essentially starts from new. And then that way there's a new vision, a new slate, and it just grows from there. And that's where the franchise comes in. He does talk about how bringing on Gareth Edwards, he was blown away by the way he made monsters and the budget he had, how very limited it was on there. One interesting thing, though, is he shot down any speculation because people were asking about an upcoming sequel for Godzilla, and he said, quote unquote, "We don't ever talk about sequels until we've earned that right. I'm superstitious about it." So he didn't deny it up front because he could have said, no sequels are planned right now. All he said is that it's something that they talk about whenever the time is right, essentially. Pretty interesting stuff, so be sure to check out the article. I have it below here as a link, and you'll be able to hear some more stuff about what he has to say. So, all right, everybody. Thanks as always. Take care. Bye.